the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because... Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. Gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw, Cousins. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Alex Anzalone charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11.
2nd down.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there and set and change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
10 yards.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
12-yard line.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Here's Swift. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
A loss of 2.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
At the 6-yard line.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. That's Anthony Barr coming in from his linebacker spot to bring him to the ground.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. From the gun, here's Stafford. Flush to his right. He's got his man. It's caught for the Lion touchdown. Matthew Stafford, 2 touchdown passes in this 1st quarter. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
Will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Vikings now to start their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Cook with a first down and much more. Touchdown, Vikings! Dalvin Cook, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. We didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Lions 14, Vikings 7.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
Stafford's pass.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Stafford on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On 4th down. And look at this. It's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a 1st down from Viking territory now. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 27. The shotgun snap for Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And this belongs to the Vikings.
Recovered by Minnesota.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Going to get this one down to the 45. Credit the tackle that time to Deshaun Hand.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Give him 32 on the play.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back in pass rush. They've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Coming right, this is Cook on the toss play. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Tried to get the edge there. The defense just too quick to the ball.
That's what we call total team defense there. Can't get to the edge, no place to move it inside, and then allows everyone else to run to the ball and create a big-time tackle for no gain for the offense.
On 3rd down, Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. And they'll rally and stop him short of the 1st down at about the 6. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So Cousins heads to the Vikings sideline, and on is Dan Bailey to try the field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards there and a 1st down. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs.
Oh, wide open, complete, touchdown, Detroit. They've got now 3 first-half touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford, and the Lions are able to grow their lead. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First down throw for Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
First down,
on 1st and 10, Cousins. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
On 2nd down, Cousins again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, the last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the 50, it's Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Swift. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. From the gun, Stafford. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 33. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. He's caught at the 7. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Gano's kick is good. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Trey Flowers. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. They're going for Jefferson downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give him credit. that they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Here's Britton Colquitt now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taking on the midfield logo. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 12. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there, a jumbo package look. Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Stafford. That is caught with the 7-yard line. And we'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. 4th touchdown pass of the game for Matthew Stafford. And the Lions add on to their lead. And this one through the uprights and good.
Makes the score Lions 31, Vikings 10.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
10-10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
3rd down.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run for it. Cook. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. From the gun, here's Cousins. And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. Picked up by Mikel Roby-Coleman. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. He'll get this off to Swift. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
following the penalty. It's Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Operating from the gun, Stafford to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And Gano's kick is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Cook on the 1st down carry there as he works his way forward for a gain of about 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Tracy Walker, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
48-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll run on 1st down. Swift, and he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter play.
34.
Back now at Ford Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On 2nd down, here's Stafford. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off, and brings up 3rd.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Stafford. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Matthew Stafford does it again. 5 touchdown passes. And thanks to the interception, the Lions offense cashes in with 6. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility. Look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he will finally be wrestled down at the Lions' 24. That one good for 37 yards.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Just enough to get the first down there with a 1-yard pickup.
First down.
Cousins on first down. Got the connection here to Bourne. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Vikings were able to close the gap just a bit. An extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead is down to 24. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. Now a first down throw. Stafford. They'll give this one to Galladay. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Stafford going to give it to Swift. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
1st and 10.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll run with Swift. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Cano now to add the extra point. Sometimes a group that gets overlooked, certainly, the offensive line. Right there, they really helped with that score.
Didn't they tell us in our meeting that when we score touchdowns running the ball, that means the offensive line actually scored first by moving people back beyond the end zone? We saw evidence of that on that play.
Taken from about the 12. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
First and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a fourth down.
A gain of a yard. It's now fourth down.
Fourth down, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.